What's good? Welcome back. Game MacGyver here with another episode of Dream Drive Survival. This is the ambitious project if you are just now joining us. In the last episode, I was able to get the weapons basically up to par. And in this episode, I'm just working on, I don't even know what this is. It's probably going to be the scrap metal pieces that you pick up in order to craft things, but it could be anything at this point. I'm just kind of messing around with it. I thought it looked pretty cool. Um, so if you guys have any ideas on what this could be or what it might be, go ahead, leave a comment below, and I might just implement that into the game somehow. But for now, I think it'll just serve as scrap metal pieces. So I'm just kind of tweaking the settings for it. And as you can see, there is now oil and gas, which are the two main things that you have to keep up with inside the game to stay alive. So, besides these scrap metal pieces that you use for crafting new weapons and armor and anything else like that, you're going to have to find oil and gas, which I do plan on probably creating some sort of system where your cars can basically mine oil from the ground. But you're probably going to have to acquire quite a bunch of scrap metal pieces in order to craft that. So again, the whole scope of the game is to survive as a vehicle by collecting oil and gas to stay alive and keep driving. And you always got to get a good picture for the thumbnail. So whenever you save it, that's going to be the picture. All right. Now, let's go ahead and test it out. And it appears to be moving the way that it should be. It's kind of like a ball almost, but yeah, these are essentially going to pop out of the enemies, such as cop cars and other enemies that you destroy. And some of them will drop oil sometimes, they'll drop gas, sometimes they'll drop both, or they'll drop scrap metal as well. So for some reason, I don't know why my car wants to drive on two wheels, but I can assure you that's going to be fixed by the next episode. I don't know why it's doing that actually, but so if I hit a wall or something, it kind of just knocks it over to one side. Yeah, that's kind of weird. But that's because you have to really make sure that, while you're building, you can't make any mistakes. So I probably have something not properly adjusted. And my assumption is it's probably the right wheel, one of the right wheels. I probably have to lower the density of it. Or it could be because the frame that I built these on, they actually kind of have like a board at the bottom of each wheel, like a slanted type of board. So that way when you hit ramps or anything, you go over it. But Yeah, I would definitely have to figure that one out. So, besides that, you see the oil and the gas slowly depletes as you drive. So you start off with 100. I'm still kind of determining the amount that you're going to start off with, but just for testing purposes, I'll put it at 100 and the gas at 360. And they basically go down at different times, as you can see, so they're not at the same time. Excuse me. And so that's basically where I'm at so far with this. So the weapons are working pretty well, but if I just increase the density of the actual car, say to 100, let's see how this works. And nope, still having this issue for some reason. So again, because this car is, composed of a bunch of individual pieces, I probably have to go back and figure out which one of these I have to increase the density on. So if it's not the actual car, then it must be the frame. Yeah, see, so depending on the density of whatever you're working with, that'll basically determine the force that it has whenever you encounter other things. So, for instance, if you had these set up to a sword, like a sword fight, if you had one sword that was slightly more dense than the other one, then it would automatically overpower the other sword that's less dense. So let's go down to the actual frame and increase it. And see, here's another tip. If you try to increase or adjust one of your values for something and it just kind of, switches automatically, that must mean you already have it adjusted via a keyframe, or you might already have something plugged into the input. So I've encountered that quite a few times when creating. I'll try to adjust something and the slider just keeps moving. Every time I move it, it'll go back. I'm like, what the heck? So yeah, you might have to look for the keyframe that you had, that you adjusted it. And yeah, this is a lot better. As you can see, by increasing the density of the frame, the bottom of the car is actually a lot heavier now. So it's kind of like that natural downforce that I was looking for. So that seems to be working out pretty well. Yeah, we're just gonna side surf here for a second and try to flip over. Oh, yep, we got some action, or some traction. And this is the power up for the machine gun. As you can see, when you get it, they pop out of the hood. You push R1 to shoot. Yeah, this is starting to feel pretty solid so far. Controls seem to be pretty fluent. All right, I'm satisfied. All right, so now that we basically got the weight of the car down and now we have some scrap metals, we have the oil and the gas gauges. I think we've made quite some improvements here, so please subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.